called A Little Bit of History, and it's sort of tied into, we're celebrating our 40th anniversary this year as an organization, and so we're looking at our history, and so we thought we'd take a look back at history of some of our artists who take part in the shows and have some are new, some are old, but we've got one piece of current art from all these artists, gallery ready, established works, and then we made them dig out pieces from high school and put them up next to it just so we can see that transition of how time has affected that work. And some of the work is, we have one who's currently in high school versus one that, our biggest distance is the current piece versus a piece that he did when before graduating in 1968. So it's a good, mix of ages and ranges and things like that. Well, there are several things you can take from it. Some is just, just the history of it. It's sort of a documentation of, what my work was like then versus now, and then, but there's also, you can follow the stories on some of them of how the work has evolved and how, different media. We've got people who, painted in high school and now are doing ceramic corsets and, very different media. So it's kind of fun to see the ones that are very different, but it's also exciting that some are quite similar. The same media or same color schemes for some of us, or, a lot of the similarities between work you did now versus 5 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, depending on the particular artist. I believe every artist here, or almost every artist, has shown at IAO. Some haven't, but I've been trying to get them to show for a long time, Dead Feather. And so I've been trying to get him in a show, so I'm excited that he's part of this. So yeah, it's all people who've been involved in, a lot of them are from Red Dot, some of our group shows. Several people have had solo exhibits here throughout the years. A lot of people like George Oswalt was on the board with me back in the 90s, and so it's a lot of different histories with the organization and these artists.